Ever wondered how some individuals seem to have an uncanny ability to influence others? This might not be a mere coincidence. It's a hidden world that most of us are oblivious to, the dark side of psychology. Dark psychology refers to the study of the human condition in relation to the psychological nature of people to prey upon others. It's a tool often used by manipulators to bend others to their will. We encounter these manipulative tactics in various aspects of our lives, be it in personal relationships, at our workplaces, or even in social settings. These tactics can be subtle, almost invisible, yet incredibly powerful. Understanding them isn't about becoming a manipulator yourself, but rather about equipping yourself with the knowledge to recognize and combat manipulation. Today we will delve into the intriguing world of manipulation tricks, hidden within the realm of dark psychology. Persuasion, a tool often used for good, can also be wielded with malicious intent. It's a subtle art, and its mastery can lead to significant influence over others, making it a favorite tool in the manipulator's arsenal. The power of persuasion lies in its ability to alter perceptions and guide decisions. It's often grounded in three basic principles: reciprocity, scarcity, and authority. Let's delve into each of these. Firstly, reciprocity. It's a social norm that obliges us to give back when we receive. Manipulators often exploit this principle by offering small favors or seemingly kind gestures, creating a sense of indebtedness. The receiver, feeling obliged to reciprocate, might then agree to larger requests that they wouldn't normally consider. Scarcity is the second principle. It's human nature to desire what's limited or hard to come by. The fear of missing out can be a powerful motivator. Manipulators use this to their advantage, creating an illusion of scarcity to push for immediate action or decision. The pressure of potentially losing out can cloud our judgment, making us more susceptible to manipulation. Lastly, the principle of authority. We're often more likely to follow directions or suggestions from someone we perceive as an authority figure. Manipulators can exploit this tendency by projecting an image of expertise or superiority, making their deceptive suggestions seem more credible. These principles are not inherently negative. They're simply tools, and like any tool, their impact depends on how they're used. But when twisted for manipulation, they can be damaging and controlling. It's important to remember that persuasion becomes manipulation when it infringes on our autonomy, pushing us to act against our own best interests. It's essential to stay vigilant, to question, and to seek clarity when faced with persuasive tactics. Recognizing such tactics is the first step towards protecting oneself. Awareness is our most potent defense against manipulation. The more we understand these tactics, the better equipped we are to navigate them, turning the tables on those who might seek to use them against us. Emotions, while being our strength, can also become our Achilles heel. They are the very essence of our humanity, but in the wrong hands, they can be exploited, twisted, and used against us. And that's where emotional manipulators step in. Emotional manipulators are masters of pushing the right buttons. They understand our emotional landscape better than we do, and use it to their advantage. One of the ways they do this is through fear. They instill fear in us, creating a sense of dread that keeps us on edge. This fear, real or imagined, serves as a leash, keeping us tethered to the manipulator. Guilt is another weapon in their arsenal. By making us feel guilty, they make us question our actions, our decisions, and even our worth. The guilt they instill isn't about making us better people. It's about control. It's about making us feel indebted to them, making us feel like we owe them. Obligation is the third pillar in this unholy trinity. Manipulators create a sense of obligation, a false sense that we owe them something. They make us believe that we are in their debt, even when we are not. And this debt, whether it's real or fabricated, keeps us bound to them, keeps us under their control. But here's the thing, it's not about the manipulator, it's about us. It's about understanding how they operate, how they exploit our emotions. By understanding their tactics, we can learn to recognize them, to see through their deception. And that's where our power lies, in awareness, in understanding, in recognizing the signs and refusing to play their game. By acknowledging how they use fear, guilt, and obligation, we can guard ourselves against their manipulation. We can ensure that our emotions, our strength, remain just that, our strength. Awareness is power. By understanding these tactics, we can better guard our emotional well-being. Imagine doubting your own sanity, your own perception of reality. Scary, isn't it? This is the chilling reality of those who have experienced gaslighting, an insidious form of manipulation that has been used time and time again to exert control and domination. Gaslighting is a psychological ploy that manipulates a person into doubting their own sanity, their own perceptions, and even their own memories. It's like a psychological fog machine, clouding one's judgment and sense of reality. The term gaslighting was coined from a 1940s play and film called Gaslight, where a husband manipulates his wife into believing she's losing her mind. Here's how it works. The perpetrator, often someone close to the victim, will start by questioning or denying the victim's experiences, memories, or perceptions. For instance, they may deny saying something hurtful or blame the victim for overreacting. Over time, this constant denial and questioning can cause the victim to question their own reality. The damage inflicted by gaslighting can be catastrophic. It chips away at a person's self-esteem, making them question their worth and capabilities. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and, in severe cases, a complete breakdown of one's sense of self. So, how can you protect yourself against gaslighting? First, trust in your own perceptions. If something feels off, it probably is. Second, keep a record of events, conversations, and situations that make you feel uncomfortable or confused. This will help you to validate your own experiences. Third, seek external validation. Talk to someone you trust about your experiences. Remember, you don't have to face this alone. Gaslighting is a powerful tool of manipulation, but awareness is the first step towards defense. If you suspect you're a victim of gaslighting, don't be afraid to reach out to a mental health professional. They can provide the tools and support to help you regain confidence in your own perceptions. Remember, trust in your own perceptions and seek external validation when necessary. 3 sinister personality traits often found together form the Dark Triad: Narcissism, Machiavellianism, and Psychopathy. Each one of these traits is a different shade of darkness, adding layers to the manipulation tactics used by individuals who exhibit them. Firstly, let's delve into narcissism. This trait is characterized by a grandiose sense of self-importance. Narcissists often believe they are superior to others and have an insatiable need for admiration. Their manipulation tactics can be subtle, often involving emotional blackmail and gaslighting to maintain control and feed their egos. Next we have Machiavellianism, named after the infamous strategist Niccolo Machiavelli. This trait is all about manipulation and deceit. Individuals with high levels of Machiavellianism are often strategic, cunning, and capable of manipulating others without remorse. They exploit others' trust and use emotional manipulation to achieve their own ends. Finally, there's psychopathy, perhaps the most chilling trait of the Dark Triad. Psychopaths lack empathy and remorse, displaying antisocial behavior and an inflated sense of self. Their manipulation tactics are ruthless and cold-hearted. They may use intimidation, charm, or violence to control and manipulate those around them. It's important to remember that these traits aren't exclusive to villains in a thriller movie. They can be found in everyday individuals, hidden beneath a veneer of charm or charisma. Narcissists might be the life of the party, Machiavellians might be the strategic players in your office, and psychopaths could be hiding in plain sight. Understanding these traits can help us identify potential manipulators in our lives. It equips us with knowledge and insight, allowing us to better protect ourselves against manipulation. Remember, knowledge is power, and in this case it is a light that can cut through the darkness of the Dark Triad. Knowledge of these manipulation tactics is not to incite fear, but to empower. Power lies in awareness, in recognizing the subtle signs of manipulation, in identifying the ploys of the puppeteer hidden in the shadows of our daily interactions. It's about understanding the strategies employed by those who might wish to control or exploit us, and using this knowledge as a shield, as a beacon, guiding us through the maze of dark psychology. By learning about these tactics, we arm ourselves with the tools necessary to counteract the manipulative forces that may cross our paths. We can protect not only ourselves but also those we care about, those who might unknowingly fall prey to these tactics. Armed with this understanding, we become the gatekeepers of our own minds, the captains of our own ships, no longer susceptible to the deceptive currents of manipulation. Remember, understanding is the first step to empowerment. Share this knowledge, and let's stand strong against manipulation.